Hi, Mike Toledo with the Toledo Group. We've had some people asking about new laws being passed that allow you to build multiple units on your property, whether it's on an R1 property or I think the one that's in contention right now and the biggest one is allowing multiple units on an R1 property in a quote-unquote traditional residential neighborhood. I don't know. I really don't know how that is going to play out, to be honest with you. I know that if you bought a house for $2 million, you'd probably be pretty upset if I sold the house right next door and put up 4 units next to your beautiful single-family house with 4 renters that your children have to now live next to. Who are these people? The renters. This is going to be the issue. But the problem is, I think in some neighborhoods, money's going to talk, and when one falls, more will fall. But I think it's going to be a neighborhood-to-neighborhood kind of thing. What do you have to think about if you want to do that? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure I feel comfortable even going down that road right now because it's such a new road. You still have duplexes, triplexes, 4 units, apartment buildings, R1s, R2s, R15s. There's plenty of other type of zonings that allow for multi-units that I might even suggest, I don't know, hold off a little bit on this, because what is the directionality of this new law, so to speak? Do local municipalities and county laws come into effect to restrict that broader statewide law? I'm not sure. Honestly, we don't even know exactly what's going to happen. The thought process is that it'll happen in less desirable neighborhoods, lower income neighborhoods, which is only going to further push out those folks who can't afford it, because we're going to tear down one house that they're living in, and we're going to put up 4 brand new ones and rent them out to people who probably can't afford it, who used to live there. So I don't know. It's a really big question as to what to do. But if you're going to buy something like that, I mean, the most important thing is to do the research. You have to make sure that what you want to build can be built. You have to make sure that what you want to be built is conducive to the neighborhood. I mean, you don't want to just shoehorn in some 4 units in a place where the tenants are going to get heckled by single-family residents and other people because they're not happy with the project that was built. So you want to make sure that the location, just because they passed a law doesn't mean you should do it anywhere. You know what I mean? You need to think about what you want to do. So I would say a lot of thought needs to go into, where am I going to do this? Should I be the pioneer? Pioneering is very risky. It also pays off greater, but being the pioneer and doing the first one in a neighborhood isn't always a good thing. It can be a higher risk. So I might sit back on the whole SB9 and R1 multi-unit thing and see where it goes. I mean, there's plenty of R1s. I don't think you're going to miss out on them. Should you want to buy one? So I would probably sit back on that and maybe focus on the properties that do allow it, maybe single families with the ADU stuff, and kind of go down that road. But I personally think the SB9 law with up to 4 units on a single family residential lot is going to become a real big problem with other single family owners. How are the schools going to support this? We already have issues in LAUSD. We don't have enough room for kids. The schools are terrible. Now you want to shoehorn in another 15, 20, 30, 40,000 people into a school district. I'm not sure how that's going to work. So there's a lot of questions about it. Is that going to help you in your investment? What if your investment leaves a bad taste on the community? How is that going to work for you on an investment level? So I think that part of it I'd be a little hesitant on doing, and I'd maybe stick to like the ADUs and stuff, the things people are familiar with that I think are better suited for right now. But it scares me, to be honest with you, because I don't want it next to my house. And that's just kind of how I think a lot of people feel. But I want to go to your neighborhood and make them. I want to go tear houses down and do them there. So this is kind of my thought on it. So if you have any questions about it further, you want to build multi-units, buy multi-units, give us a call. There's a tremendous amount of things to talk about, as I'm sure you can get from the last few minutes. But please call anytime. We'd love to talk.